Hi again. Just a few more things to add. I promise this won't take too long. Okay. So what we're talking about, verb patterns. Remember that. So this implies having two verbs which you then put together, combine them, right? So they work together. However, verb patterns needn't just contain two verbs; they can contain something else as well. This is what this second part of the video is about. Right. Where was I? So you can have a verb followed by a preposition and then another verb in the ing form, right? Prepositions, remember, those are those short verbs which imply relation between two things, such as in, on, about, right? So the most common verb here is think. We can say Jane's thinking about watching the match. So you have verb think, preposition about, and then ing, right? Other options are when you have a verb plus an object plus a verb into infinitive. Force and invite are two very common verbs which function like that. But you forced me to do that. You forced, then the object, me, and verb into infinitive to do that. Oh, no. I just invited you to do it. Invited, right? Again, the object, you, and the verb into infinitive to do it. Okay? You also have the option of some verbs taking a verb plus object plus bare infinitive. The verb in bare infinitive is the same as to infinitive, just dropped to. Okay, so let make and help work like this. You can say, in fact, I helped you decide. I helped object you decide, and the voices in your head made you do it. Made, right? Made the object you do it. Okay? And we shouldn't let our kids go out at night. It's dangerous, right? Let whom, our kids, there's the object here, do what? Go out at night. Let go, right? Okay. Now something new. In this case, we have a verb followed by an object, followed by another verb, but this time in the past participle. So far in the verb patterns, we've only had the infinitive, true infinitive or bare infinitive, and the ing. But sometimes it's possible to have a verb in the past participle. Remember, there's the third column for irregular verbs or the ed for regular verbs. Okay. So in this case, you have verbs get and want, very common verbs which function like this. It's important to get the work done. Okay. So you get the object, the work, and done is the past participle. Okay. Or similar to this, I want that wall, the object, built by tomorrow morning. Right, we're almost there, and we have those verbs which mean almost the same, but not quite. You will remember this from the last video. So you have some verbs such as to like or to hate, which mean to enjoy something or not to enjoy it at all, such as I like swimming every day, or I hate flying, I really don't like it, right? Now, these are normally used with ing, but they can also be used with to infinitive. Sometimes the difference is it's just a minor distinction, nothing big, nothing very important. But for some speakers, in some situations, it could mean something a bit different. So I like to swim every day could imply that this is something you prefer, not something that you enjoy. So it's a habit that you make, right? It's a habit of yours, and you do it regularly, maybe for health reasons or so. Also, look at hate here. I hate to tell you this, but I'm going to do it anyway. I hate to tell you this means I'm now going to tell you this, I'm about to tell you this, but I'm not really happy about it. Okay? So it's not the same as say I hate flying and don't enjoy something in general. Right? This is quite specific, and it's about the thing that is about to happen. And in this case, this is actually similar to what we talked about with the difference between ing and to infinitive, sometimes being that ing deals very often with things which are in the past or maybe going on at the same time as the main verb, as the first verb, whereas to infinitive is very often about what hasn't yet happened, what's in the future, or maybe just in your head. So, I regret telling Mark to back off. Okay? So, I regret now that I told him in the past to back off. I feel a bit sorry about it, right? But we say, I regret to tell you that I'm leaving you now. So I'm not very happy about this, but I have to go. Cheers, Tata.